the works-based gospel. Salvation by works seems right in the eyes of humanity. Why? One of man's basic desires is to be in control of his own destiny, and that includes his eternal destiny. Salvation by works appeals to man's pride and his desire to be in control. Being saved by works appeals to that desire far more than the idea of being saved by faith alone. We also must take into account humanity's sense of justice. Even the most avid atheist believes in some type of justice and has a sense of right and wrong, even if he has no moral basis for making such judgments. Our inherent sense of right and wrong demands that if we are to be saved, our good works must outweigh our bad works. Therefore, it is natural that when man creates a religion, it would involve some type of salvation by works. Because salvation by works appeals to man's sinful nature, it forms the basis of almost every religion except for biblical Christianity. Proverbs 14 says, "There is a way that seems right to man, but it leads to death." Salvation by works seems right to man, which is why it is the predominantly held viewpoint. This is why biblical Christianity is so different from all other religions. It is the only religion that teaches salvation as a gift from God and not of works. Ephesians 2 clearly states, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not of yourselves. It is a gift from God, not by your works, so that you cannot boast." Another reason why salvation by works is the predominantly held viewpoint is that natural or unregenerate man does not fully understand the extent of his own sinfulness. Jeremiah 17:9 tells us that man's heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Isaiah 6:3 tells us that God is infinitely holy. In other words, we have the wrong view of ourselves in light of God's holiness. The thought that man's good works could ever balance out his bad works is a totally unbiblical concept. The Bible teaches that God's standard is nothing less than 100% perfection. If we stumble in keeping just one part of God's righteous law, we are as guilty as if we've broken all of it. Therefore, there is no way we could ever be saved if salvation truly were dependent on works.